Good morning. You may be seated. Good morning. Today is Monday, January 7th, and it is a C day on your schedule. Today for lunch is Cobb salad. Woo! Yay! Okay, I just won't write it down then. Mr. Martin is still in Europe until the 17th, so there won't be Glee Club or Ensemble until the 20th, and also we won't have to sing until the 20th, so just know that. Oh, okay, I might just be like, everybody sing along, and we just sing some random song of the day. That sounds great. Of course, tonight we're meeting at 6:30 instead of 6:15 to make room for the sports club, for the sports teams and stuff. And now we have a senior presentation by Anna Schultz.
When I entered high school, I had the same fear everyone else had. I was scared that I wasn't going to make friends and people were going to think I was weird. In order to squash this fear, I decided to just not talk. I didn't participate in any of my classes, I barely talked to my classmates, and lunch was an absolute nightmare. I didn't want to show my class or my teachers who I really was because I didn't want the judgment or the negative feedback I was going to get. My freshman class trip was at the beginning of October, so I had already gone a whole month of not talking to anyone. I vowed to make a change, promising myself I would talk to the people in my boat. But instead of being a normal person and just making casual conversation with my classmates, I decided to make a joke of the whole thing. I had no idea how to canoe, so I sat in the middle and used my oar to stop and turn the boat because I thought it was funny. No one else in my boat thought it was funny, though, so sorry, Rachel and Georgia. Later along the canal, I started to seriously try canoeing. But soon, I realized I should just stop because our boat made a complete 180 and crashed into a docked boat. Rachel pushed off the boat quickly with her oars so no one would see us, but when we assessed the damage, there was a scratch. We still don't know if the scratch was already there or if we caused it, but we have our suspicions. After this trip, my group calmed down and we all made a joke out of it. Thank goodness, because I definitely did not want to be known as the annoying kid who doesn't know how to canoe. We went on with our lives, but this was the beginning of my comfort with my class and my new friends. From that moment on, my shenanigans only got worse. From running around the halls mimicking Mose from The Office and the way he runs, to getting told from health class to be quiet because our draft noises were too loud in the locker room. Sorry, Mrs. Hopkins. Sophomore year, I gained a new type of confidence I never thought I would achieve. I was pretty sure I solved the mystery of the universe: aliens. I was very serious about this new endeavor and was convinced I was the smartest person in the world. My friend and I had a Google Doc filled with our random conspiracies that to us seemed groundbreaking, and we wrote all of our ideas on Mr. Hopkins' board every lunch. So thank you, Mr. Hopkins, for not kicking us out. We were even so full of ourselves, we showed teachers, including Mr. Hopkins, Mrs. Silverstein, and even Mrs. Marlette. And for some reason, they supported our conspiracies and got excited with us. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, but you're very good at your job because you gave us the confidence to keep coming up with ridiculous conspiracies and thinking we were geniuses. We even got to the point of having secret meetings because we were so convinced that we were going to change the world, and we didn't want other people to steal our fame. After my alien phase, I spent every free period and lunch in Dr. Walter's room doing absolutely nothing. That time we spent in his room was a safe space for me and my friends. We talked and talked about everything, including death, my art, finding new jobs, annoying schoolwork, and anything else we needed to get off our chest. Now, I know this sounds cliche, but I was actually excited to go to school because I knew I was going to be around people I could just be myself with. At this point, I started to understand who I was as a person, who my friends were, and who I wanted to be. So thank you, Dr. Walter, wherever you are, for not kicking us out when you definitely could have whenever you wanted to. Not much happened junior year. I was stressed out most of the time, and I was just tired. When I did have any sort of energy, I would focus on my art. Portraits, to be exact. I gave them to the few lucky teachers who get to look at them every day, and even some students. At the end of the year, I started a business, even though I made no money off of it, but I was bored. I said if anyone wanted a portrait made by me, to please email me. And I actually had a lot of customers, but then my undiagnosed ADHD set in and I forgot about it. Although junior year was a depressing year for me, I came out of that year with stronger friendships than ever before. I needed that year to understand that it is okay to lean on people when you need help, and that it is okay to need help sometimes. I made new friends by confiding in them, I strengthened my old friendships, and I learned that people aren't going to judge you for going through a rough time. Senior year. So far, I have fully embraced my energy-filled personality. We are 5 months in, and I can write a whole novel on the stuff I have done. The start of the year was my acrobatic phase, because apparently, my newfound confidence in being myself led me to believe I was in the Cirque du Soleil. I would look up flips for beginners on YouTube and try to execute them without breaking something. We did the double cartwheel, the upside-down flip, the other kind of upside-down flip, and the stand-on shoulders trick. As you can see from the photos, they were all a colossal fail, and I came home with a new bruise every night. One day, after working hard on my flips, I went to this lounge and downloaded the famous app called Gradient. If you don't know what Gradient is, it is an app that gives you your celebrity look-alike. When using this app, I realized I look more like a man than an actual man. This slide is physical evidence that I really have changed and grown in confidence, because freshman year, I wouldn't think for a million years to show these pictures to my entire school. Except now, I think they are so funny that it is necessary the whole school sees it. Literally, almost every single match I got was a man. After my gradient and acrobatics obsession, I found tennis. Keep in mind that I got cut from the tennis team the spring before, so the fact that I continue to play is just astounding to me. Now, when most people play tennis, they get really into it and they have nets, points, and real matches, but not me. Occasionally, I would throw up a net, but usually my partner and I would talk in a Brittany accent while trying to see who could hit it the hardest without breaking something. So sorry, Robbie. Now, let me explain what Brittany is. Brittany is a made-up accent consisting of Cockney, British, country, and Australian. I stumbled upon this when I tried to talk in a British accent and realized I cannot. So, I decided to merge all of the accents together to make Brittany. This was about a month ago, and I am still talking Brittany daily. These are the major points of my senior year so far. But some honorable mentions are my bouche de Noël that took 4 hours to make, and the time I sat on a motorcycle. Although this presentation makes me look like I act like a child, I actually have grown a lot in the last 4 years, and I owe that to SEM. I realized that people would rather join me in making memories than judge me from afar. I learned that it is okay to be comfortable and it is okay to trust, and the people here show that to me, especially the teachers. Honestly, thank you for always listening to my rants and conspiracy theories and accepting my portraits and not throwing them out. Of course, I'm sure some people do think I am weird, but that's because I am weird, and I can own that now instead of hiding it. I want to say thank you to the faculty, staff, and student body for letting me be me and creating all these great memories that I will never forget. Thank you.
Are there any faculty announcements?
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy decade. So I am cordially inviting all faculty, all staff, all students, including parents, to join me and the sophomore class, you don't totally know it yet, but you're going to hear about this, in a meditation challenge. Yes, yes. It's with my guru, my buddy. Okay, I wish you were my buddy, Dan Harris. And so we're going to start. It actually started yesterday, but it's okay because it's a 21-day challenge. You can meditate for 1 minute, up to however long you want to, for 15 out of the 21 days. Sounds like it's possible. And if you come to one of my classes, we'll be meditating. So already, bam, you'll get that day off, okay? So we're going to start. If anyone's interested, I'm going to put a link onto the portal so that you can join up. I know juniors, where are you, juniors? I know, right? You're going to get back to it, okay? So anyway, please join the meditation challenge, and it's open to anybody. If you have any questions, send me an email. Thank you. Namaste.
This is a funny morning meeting today. It's great. I've got 5 new students to introduce. So, I know, pretty cool. So 5 new exchange students. We have 4 from France who will be with us for 2 months, and 1 from Germany who will be with us until the end of May. And so Manu from Germany, would you please stand up? This is Manu. And all 5 of them are in our grade 10 class. And then we have 4 from France. So we have 2 Manons, Manon B and Manon M. Would you please stand up? And we have Anis, who's next door. And Elise, who I think is way in the back. Elise. So welcome. Welcome, you 5. We're so happy that you're here with us for the next few months, and please give them a welcome. Introduce yourself if you see them in the hallway or in your class, and make them feel a part of this community. Thank you.
Are there any other faculty announcements, student announcements?
So this is just a reminder for all your seminar submissions are all due January 20th. So whether you want a senior page, a line in the book, or a name stamp, make sure you get them in by June 20th, and everything, like the link to do that is on the portal, so you can do it all online. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this Thursday we have a squash match down here at 4 p.m. And we would really need support because it's against Nichols and they're a very tough team, so maybe we can get a few points off of them by our good crowd. Thank you.
So this Friday is Date Dance. Yay!
As of right now, tickets are $12 for a single, $20 for a double, and $30 for a single, but they are going up.
So they go up tomorrow. It will be $15 for a single, $25 for a double, and $35 for a triple. And all the money goes to prom. So if you want to have a really good prom, come to Date Dance.
Yeah, it is really fun.
Are there any other announcements?
Welcome back and Happy New Year. Each winter break, I take time to do what I call muse. And my musings lead me to what I want to do in the new year. And first off, Ms. Hopkins hit me with one of my personal, that I was going to keep private. I have meditated now since the beginning of the new year. I'm doing 3 minutes a day, all right? So that's where I am on that. But last year, I said I would read a book a week, and I did fairly well. I got to 42 books last year. The summer was my time off. But what I realized this year is, and I hope Ms. Kelly appreciates it, I need to write more. I don't write enough. My writing suffers from it. And so I have challenged myself to write in a journal each day. So I will be journaling every day this year. Hope you guys will keep me on track. So far, it is absolute nonsense in there, but hopefully I will get through it. But I do want to work on my writing as well. So I encourage each of you to think of something. I don't call them New Year's resolutions. I call them things I want to do and things that I think I can achieve. Try to keep me on track. Welcome back. It's been a wonderful morning meeting. I actually have missed getting up and getting ready for morning meeting and seeing each of you. So it is meaning it's time to get back at it. It was a great break. Hope you enjoy your time back together. And seniors, have a blast. It is the final part of your senior year. So have a great new year.
You know, I said the same thing as Miss Marlette. I can't wait to go back to school. And then my alarm went off at 6:30 this morning, and I was like, Lord, please give me the strength. Everybody have a great day and get to class.